Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have a new other model for video generation, which is known by the LTX video model 0.97. This model is dedicated to produce 13 fps video at this resolution, and it is even faster than other previous models. It allows you to create both text to video and also image to video. So for this tutorial, I will try to guide you step by step on how to use this model. I will show you the necessary nodes to install, but also how you can download the necessary model for this workflow. I also build a custom workflow which will allow you to use these models more easily without any other additional steps. So without further ado, let's dive into tutorial. Okay, the studio behind this LTX video is known by the LTX studio. If you head over to their GitHub page, you can clearly see the information about this model. As you can see, the model is trained on a large-scale dataset of drivers video and can generate high-resolution video with realistic and diverse content. The model can support text-to-image, image-to-video, keyframes-based animation, and video extension, but also video-to-video transformation. But for now, we will only focus on those two. If you scroll down a little bit further, you can see that here on May the 5th, we have the release of the 13 billion parameters development model. Then a new quantized version of this model was released, which is faster and uses less VRAM. We also have the release of their dedicated upscalers, and we have two models: the temporal upscalers, dedicated for increasing the length or the duration of the video, and also special upscalers, which is dedicated to upscale the resolution and the clarity of your video without changing the duration. So we will see that later on the workflow. We also have a release of a new distilled 13 billion parameter distilled version, which can also generate HD video in 10 seconds with lower resolution preview after just 30 seconds on an H100 graphic card. It doesn't require free guidance or spatial temporal guidance, and support sampling with 8 or less diffusion steps, which can be very fast while generating videos. We also have a LoRa version of this distillate model, and it requires only 1 GB of VRAM, which is really amazing. Okay, now let me show you how you can download the models and use the workflow. All you have to do is use the links provided under my description or on my work. And here you can see that this Hugging Face LTX link has different other models. We have the distilled models, which are very fast compared to the main models here. We have here the upscalers, starting with the spatial upscalers and the temporal upscalers. So you need to download both of those models. Then just go to your ComfyUI root folder under models, upscale models, and place them here. As you can see, I have both models. For the main model, I did not use the distilled version or the FP8 version, since I already have only 6 GB of VRAM. So in order to solve that problem, I am using the LTX version, LTX 13 billion 0.97 GGUF version. And here you can also see that we have different version. So since I have 6 GB of VRAM, I am using this Q6 version, which is weighing practically 11 GB. Also, don't forget to download this VAE BF16 safe tensor, since you're gonna use it in order to decode your video. Okay. Now that you have all the necessary model, just open up your ComfyUI and you're gonna install some additional nodes, starting with this LTX video that you're gonna need in order to load all the necessary model. In order to do that, you can also use this link under my description. Just copy the code, go to your ComfyUI, custom nodes, type in here CMD, and type in git clone, paste your code here and click enter. Since I already have this installed, so I will not push the enter button. Once it is done, just open up ComfyUI, go to manager, search for custom nodes, and here type in GGUF. If you don't have this node installed, make sure to install it using this manager. Otherwise, you don't forget to update your nodes. If you are facing some missing nodes using my workflow, You can also try to install them using this install missing custom note button here. Then after that, make sure to update your ComfyUI, restart it, and we are good to go. Okay, once you have everything, make sure to drag and drop my workflow here. Then I will try to show you how this workflow is built and what are the main advantage using this workflow. As you can see, we have, as always, different main groups starting with models. And here, make sure to select all the necessary models, starting with the VAE, the LoRa loader model only, the unit loader for the GGUF version of this LTX video, and for the clip loader, make sure to use the T5XXL FP8 version. Select here the LTX video as type and leave the device as default. We also have this new nodes here, which is the LTX video latent upscaler model. And as you can see, we have the spatial and the temporal. I'm using right now the spatial. Make sure to select this model and enable the true button here. If you want to use the temporal version, make sure to disable this one, enable the temporal ensemble, and also select it here. Okay, we also have some LTX nodes here, which are dedicated to this STG Guider Advanced. We have the node seed, where you can change it or set it to fix as I am doing. The STG Advanced preset, where this parameter gonna influence the dynamic of your video. I am here setting this to balanced, but you can try different presets. The basic scheduler is set to linear quadratic and the denoise is set to 1. The sampler used for this video is the gradient estimation, but you can also try other sampler like the Euler or the Euler ancestral. Here we have a bunch of different parameters, but I strongly don't suggest you to change anything here, since you're gonna be lost during your video generator. I set on this parameter main group all the parameters that you can change in order to affect the final results of your video, starting with the steps, where we have this slider over here. You can clearly increase or decrease the steps of your video. Then we have our frame number, where you can also change it as you need. The upscaling factor for the upscaling process of our video, the high and width resolution of our video, and this is mainly dedicated to the text to video process, where you can here enable or disable those one if you need to do image to video. So if your main goal is to produce video from text, make sure to enable this one. This model can also do image to video. So to do that, I also implemented this group here, where you can enable it only by this button. Then just make sure to enable those buttons too and disable those resolution. The main reason behind that is you're gonna use directly the resolution of the image, which will give you more consistent results. And the same goes for this LoRa here. You can disable this LoRa model or enable it here by just using those buttons. You can also try to use those resolutions. However, the results is gonna be pretty messy. So I strongly recommend you to use these notes here when you try to do the image to video. Okay, the other main group is the text encode, where you can set our prompt here. As you can see, we have the negative prompt, which has some important keywords here. And the main important clip text is the positive prompt here. As you can see, the LTX, as we saw earlier in my other tutorials, the LTX model need a long and described prompt in order to create a good video. So it's up to you now to choose the right prompt, especially for text to video, where you're gonna need every details included here in this prompt. However, for the image to video, you can only use short prompts and it's gonna work for you. But make sure that those prompts is gonna describe what you wanna do. If, for example, I want a walking animation of a character, make sure to include that on your prompt. Then all those details is gonna be transferred to this LTX video based sampler, where we have the strings, the crop, the CRF, and the blur. Make sure to don't touch those one too. After that, the video is gonna be decoded. The results is gonna be saved using this video combined. And finally, we have the LTX upscaler groups. I could done the upscaling process using the classic notes for upscaling. However, I wanted to test out those upscaling model in order to see the results of their new models. So we also have here a bunch of notes which are gonna be dedicated for upscaling. So I try to set those parameters in order to fit all the low VRAM graphic card users. So all you have to do here is set your text or image, then click Q prompt and make sure to focus on this part here in order to obtain the desired result. Okay, now let's see the result that can be produced using this LTX new model. Okay, for text to image, I used the prompt provided by the LTX website, and you can see the results of my generation. The first thing that we need to pay attention is I was able to generate videos using this resolution, which was not the case on the previous other model, where I was running out of VRAM when I tried to increase the resolution of my video. The second thing, as you can see, that the realistic aspect of the generated video looks very acceptable. However, we still have some defaults on the video. Like for example here, the eyes of the lady are not very fine. The same goes for the face of those ladies too. And the movement of this man walking is not very satisfying according to me. Let's pass to the image to video results. As you can see, the results looks quite impressive compared to the text to video. We have more consistency and the movement of our characters looks very consistent. So I will gladly recommend you to use the image to video for this using this LTX models, since it is more faster and also can give you good and consistent results. Okay, that's it for today's tutorial. If you like this video, please push the like button for me, subscribe to my channel, leave me some comments down below, and don't forget to watch my other video tutorial about ComfyUI. Thank you.